How's it going, guys? This is Slate here, bringing you Week 8 Team Builder for the Kansas City Kingdras in the PMC, obviously. So yeah, here we are in Week 8, coming off a really good win last week. Really close win, one of the best battles I've had in a while. Sorry, I closed my door right there. But anyway, so yeah, we are here with Week 8 going up against Kansas City Kingdras. You can see his team on the right. Um, so I'll just briefly, explain each of them real quick, like here. So Mega Altaria is his Mega, very threatening Mega. It can go special or physical. It can D-Dance up. It can Fire Blast. It can do a bunch of different things. It even gets Ice Beam, I think. Like I'm 95% sure it gets Ice Beam. But I didn't check for myself, so I'm not sure. But yeah, so Gligar is not going to be the most solid switch in to a D-Dance Mega Altaria, especially if it has Ice Beam. So it's a very threatening mon. It can also be defensive, but yeah, so that's that. Next up is Latias. Another very versatile mon. It can be defensive, it can be offensive, it can be support with like T-Wave and Healing Wish and Defog and just stuff like that. It's a very threatening mon for sure, because even though I do have Gengar and Greninja, if it's Scarfed, it beats both of those one-on-one. So yeah, just gotta make sure that I can keep that thing at a good amount of I don't know. Maybe Scissor's also pretty decent against it, except if he brings HP Fire. That would be bad, but let's hope he doesn't do that with his Latias. If he brings it, at least. So anyway, next up, Metagross, very powerful. Again, my Gengar Greninja core kind of just like destroys a lot of things on his team. Yeah, because he's got a lot of common typings. Like he has 2 dragon types. Which I can understand, but that's two fairy weaknesses and 2 ice weaknesses, and it doesn't really help when you have a Claydol, Honchkrow, and Shaman on your team. So just whatever. So anyway, then you got the Shaman, all base 100 across the board, right there. Can be, again, very versatile. He's got a bunch of common weaknesses, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter because his team is so versatile. Then he's going to be able to overcome that, those, weaknesses, I guess. So yeah, Shaman can be bulky, can be offensive, but we do have a few things for it, so that's nice. Galvantula obviously can set up the Stay Webs, but it also is really powerful with the Compound Ice Thunder, so you definitely gotta watch out for that thing. We do have a set answer for it though, which will hopefully work out. Then in my opinion, his biggest threat is Emboar, because look at my team, Choice Band and Emboar. I can't, it 2KOs my whole team except for Slowking, but at the same time Slowking can get wild charged. So there's that. But yeah, Gligar really isn't. It's one of the very few things that Gligar can't switch into. Like one of the very few physical attackers that Gligar can't switch into. Besides like Weavile and stuff like that. But yeah. Anyway, next up is Honchkrow. Very scary, because if it does get a Moxie boost, it's gonna be hitting really hard. Gets priority Sucker Punch, which is great. Only thing is it does get it's pretty good, especially offensively as well. As well, because it does get Heat Wave for my Mega Scizor. It gets Icy Wind, but Hidden Power Ice is stronger, so it'd probably run that. So it could do that, but if it is physically offensive, then Gligar's right there. So that's the thing. So next up is the Omastar. It's interesting. It can get hazards up. It's got decent typing. I've seen him run it. I've seen him run defensive. I've seen him run defensive Omastar multiple times in this league to counter things like Victini and Weavile and things like that. But I just don't think it has that matchup against my team. I just don't see it. So I don't think it's coming. Just personally, just gonna say that. So anyway, Dusknoir is there. He could bring it for like a bulky mon. It's very bulky and it can take hits. For my Mega Scizor, it can Will-O-Wisp back. But at the same time, because Gengar and Greninja are there, they can hit it really hard. But I'm not sure. He might bring it, he might not. So anyway, next up is Claydol, good stealth rocker, good rapid spinner. It's there. It's very bulky. Only thing is that it's his third psychic type, which is great for my, first two Pokemon there, Gengar and Greninja. Um, so yeah, and then Muck is there because Muck is pretty cool. Um, I actually think Muck has a really good matchup. It can, if it runs like AV offensive, it can Shadow Sneak my Gengar. It can Ice Punch my Gligar. It can Fire Punch my um, Mega Scizor, and it can whatever last move it wants to bring. Maybe something, yeah, something for Greninja. Like I don't know if it gets Thunder Punch, but if it does, then does it get Drain Punch? I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah. So it's just got a really good matchup against my team. So I feel like he might bring it. But anyway, let's get into the team that I am bringing. Okay, that's kind of there we go. Let's get into the team I'm bringing. First up is Poe, Shadow Ball, excuse me, Shadow Ball, Slizzwave, Dazzling Gleam, and Psychic. This set is pretty cool because I can hit a lot of things. I can Psychic the Emboar. Emboar does get Sucker Punch, but let's just hope he doesn't bring that. Oh, okay, there you go. So, yeah, so Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Dazzling Gleam, Psychic, pretty straightforward. Nothing really I need to talk about this team. I'm trying to um, match Latias's speed because it is really fast. It's at base 110, so if I go max speed, I'm going to be able to, at the very least, I'm going to be able to speed tie with it. If he's Scarfed, then he'll outspeed me, but if he's not max speed at all, and he's not Scarfed, then I outspeed this. Then I outspeed his Latias, and I'm going to be able to do big damage with this Shadow Ball. So yeah, overall this thing just, wrecks my opponent's team pretty much. I just gotta be able to use it very well. So next up is the Eclipse, our Greninja. Obviously we're bringing these two because, you see his team, you see my team. Offensively I have a pretty cohesive, cohesive, that's the wrong word. Offensively I have a pretty good team against this. So Ice Beam, Surf, Dark Pulse, and U-Turn. Really straightforward here. Just, I have enough speed to outspeed max speed Latias, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Because this is max speed, and this is 178. And Latias has the same speed as Gengar, like I said. So, Greninja is there with that. So again, if the Latias is not Scarf, we'll be able to outspeed it. Hit it with the Dark Pulse, it's going to be good times. So yeah, anyway. So that's it. Again, this thing, just like Gengar, is just here to come in and do a lot of damage. I haven't really been using Greninja very properly in this league so far, but it's fine. Well, hopefully we can make it work. So next up is our Mega Scizor. I say this thing is the biggest threat on the layout there because Agility, Iron Head, Bug Bite, Aerial Ace. This thing actually hits his team really hard. So if I can, first of all, no Bullet Punch because Iron Head does more, even with the Technician boost. Priority is always nice, but I feel like if I do get an agility up on something, namely the Latias or the Shaman or the maybe even Galvantula if it's slow enough to die to a Bug Bite, which it probably will be if its sash is broken. That is. If the Honchkrow, if I know the Honchkrow doesn't have Heat Wave, I could set up on that. And after an agility, I outspeed. Well, no, I don't outspeed a sucker much. But anyway, yeah. So maybe even against a Claydol, I could do that. But yeah, so that's that. If we get an agility up, we have a very good chance of just sweeping his team because Emboar does not appreciate an Aerial Ace. I forget the calc. I don't know if it OHKOs or not, depending on his spread, but I know he doesn't want to take it, so that's nice. Next up is Life Orb, Modest, Kyurem. This is the first time we're bringing Life Orb Kyurem, because usually I'm either Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, or Leftovers. Or usually I'm Choice Scarf, but then I brought Choice Specs like once, I think, and then I brought Leftovers last week. This week we're just going Life Orb, Ice Beam, Draco Meteor, Earth Power, and Substitute. If you look at this thing's matchup, it's actually really good because, like I said, Ice Beam, Ice coverage is really good against his team. Earth Power hits the Omastar that wants to switch in. It hits the Muck. It hits the Metagross. It just does a lot. So Draco's just there for, if I need to hit something really hard. So that's why that's there. So anyway, that's that. Next up is Chubbs, Physically Defensive, Hyper Cutter, because I can't have immunity with the Defog. So I have Earthquake, Stealthrox, Defog, and Roost. Stealthrox is pretty good against his team overall. It just hits his team really reliably. I could have gone Toxic, or I could go Toxic, but I feel like this set is really important because if he gets Sticky Webs up, Defog is not. I'm gonna need Defog because I really need to be able to keep Kyurem, Scizor, and Greninja. Like, I need to make sure that they don't get slowed down by Sticky Webs. So yeah, I need to go. And then I have Roost just because healing is great. If the Emboar is not Adamant Choice Banded, I can actually take. Well, if he's not Choice Banded, I can most likely take 2 Flare Blitzes from full health, which will be great because they can just start roosting on him. But yeah, this thing is just a physical wall. Hopefully I can wall the Honchkrow. If it brings 10 power ice, not much I can do about that. Hopefully I can wall the Metagross if it brings Ice Punch, not much I can do about that. Hopefully I can wall the Altaria if it brings D-Dance, not much I can do about that. So this thing's kind of iffy, but I really do need to bring it for the hazard control. So yeah, next up, Whimsicott. This is actually leftovers. Sorry, I originally had Occaberry. Well, no, I had leftovers and then I changed it to Occaberry because of Emboar. Occaberry lowers fire type super effective attacks, so it could be nice for Emboar. But I'm looking at the calcs. I'm like, okay, Occaberry's not even gonna help. I'm still gonna get O-Code. So I have max HP, enough speed to outspeed Galvantula, and then just 60 in Spadef. With the taunt, this thing's just to lead off against Galvantula and taunt so that he can't get the Sticky Webs up. So that's nice. Moonblast, Giga Drain, and Toxic. Just because if he wants to set up with anything, like Toxic just seems like great, because it's great for the Mega Altaria. Excuse me, it's great for the Latias. It's great for the Shaman. It's great for the Dusknoir. Claydol, we'd most likely just Giga Drain it, but at the same time we'd actually probably taunt it first so that it can't Stealth Rocks. But anyway, that's just whatever. So anyway, this thing, it has fairy coverage, which is nice. So that's cool. It can, I don't know, I feel like I can put in some work with this thing, hopefully. So that's gonna be that. I hope you guys enjoyed this team builder. Trying to make them shorter and shorter. Hopefully this is better for you guys to watch, easier for you guys to watch at least. Because I remember one was like 20 minutes. I'm like, that's just ridiculous. So anyway, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, the battle will be up tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that if you want to watch it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.